Tonight, Governor Ron Desantis walking back controversial development proposals for Florida state parks, including Anastasia State Park in St. Augustine. Since being released last week, the plans have been met with pushback from people in the community and several local and state politicians. Andrew Badillo is on your side tonight with reaction to the governor's remarks.
Wednesday evening, it's a bit of a different vibe for people in St. Augustine, a victorious feeling after hearing Governor DeSantis' remarks Wednesday morning, in which he scaled back controversial development plans for Florida state parks, including at nearby Anastasia State Park. The people I spoke with in the area say they are happy about the news, but also remain cautiously optimistic.
They're going back to the drawing board, talk to your local communities.
Plans to develop Florida state parks are being pushed back, including a proposal to build a 350-room hotel, disc golf course, and pickleball courts in Anastasia State Park. Jason Cleary isn't sure what to make of Governor Ron DeSantis' comments.
I still didn't feel like this thing was done.
At a news conference Wednesday morning, DeSantis saying the Department of Environmental Protection's plans were leaked and he never approved or saw them.
A lot of that stuff was just half-baked and it was not ready for prime time.
The governor went on to say if improvements need to be made to the parks, the state will not take away from green space. The sounds and sights of nature are what so many in St. Johns County have come to love at Anastasia State Park. Cleary believes Wednesday's developments were a positive step, but added he and others are ready to continue to protest and protect their beloved park.
I think the people of Florida and St. Johns County have made it clear that this is something that we don't want. If we need to keep doing what we've been doing to make it over, then whatever we have to do, that's what we'll do.
The governor did say the plans would be revisited next year, but did not say exactly when that would happen. Reporting in St. Augustine, Andrew Badillo, First Coast News, on your side.
As part of the Great Outdoors Initiative, the state compares its proposed changes to that of national parks like Yosemite. So we're on your side, going coast to coast to compare those two parks. Anastasia State Park is about 1,600 acres, and that's compared to almost 748,000 acres in Yosemite. So that makes Yosemite 467 times larger than Anastasia State Park. Now, even at that size, nearly 95% of Yosemite remains wild 134 years after it was established as a national park. About 1 million visitors come to Anastasia State Park each year. In California, about 3.3 million people visit each year. Out of 8 potential lodging options in Yosemite, the Ahwahnee is the most recent. It was built in 1927, almost a century ago. And there are 121 units there. Now, even the largest hotel, Yosemite Valley Lodge, has more than 100 fewer rooms than what's possibly planned for Anastasia State Park. It's not uncommon for travelers to be an hour away from the national park entrance due to the size of the park. But back here on the First Coast, we're also looking at how the lodge would compare to other nearby hotels. So with 350 rooms planned at the lodge at Anastasia State Park, it would be the second largest in the area, with Sawgrass Marriott having the highest capacity. Now, nearest to the southern end of the state park, the Embassy Suites, it has 217 rooms. It's also less than half a mile away from where the proposed lodge could be built. And in downtown St. Augustine, the historic Casa Monica has 138 rooms, while the recently renovated Renaissance has 87 rooms. This is a story we have been covering since the beginning. You can see our previous stories right now in the First Coast News app.